Dear students, in our previous video, we learned how to select the cells in Microsoft Excel, how to edit cell contents of Microsoft Excel, and what is the formula and functions, what are the arithmetic operators in Excel, hierarchy of operations, and then what is formula in Excel, how to use the formulas, and then how is cell referencing in Excel. We learned all this in our previous video of formula and functions in Microsoft Excel chapter. In this video we are going to see difference between formula and functions, and what are some more built-in functions available in Microsoft Excel, and the common errors in formulas, and then sorting in Excel. Okay, so first we saw what is formula in the previous video, right? We learned about arithmetic operators, so how these arithmetic operators are used, what are the hierarchy of it, all this we learned. Okay, now let's come back to the functions. Now see the mark sheet over here. Okay, so we have the mark sheet of 5 students of class 10. There are 3 subjects marks has been taken. Okay, so what we have to find out first? We have to find the total first. Okay, so total means what? Addition. So already using the formula itself you can do addition, as you all know. So how will you do? Using the plus symbol you do the addition. So for example we have the write like this, equal to, what is the cell address you see? C3 plus D3 plus E3, right? So what should you do? Always the formula starts with equal to symbol. It should be written in the formula bar. Okay, so you are writing like this. For example, C3 plus D3 plus E3. What is this? We wrote the formula. You're getting the answer, okay? But it is only 3 cells, so you have used the addition symbol and you have added. If it is for 100, if it is for the 100 cells from A1 to A100, you wanted to add. Is it possible for you to sit and write this formula A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus till A100? It's not possible. For that we have to use the built-in functions. Okay, instead of sitting and writing, adding each cells, you have to use the built-in functions. So already you know about AutoSum, right? So AutoSum, what it does? It does the addition. So using this AutoSum symbol, which is in the home tab, editing group, you will see the AutoSum. Just click on it. It will automatically create the sum. It use the sum function and add the numbers. What is the other way to do it? So you can write the formula also in the formula bar using the sum function. What you should write? Equal to sum of, from which cell to which cell you want to add? From C3 to E3. So what should you do? C3 colon E3. Is it easy? If it is from A1 to A100, what you should do? From A1 equal to sum of A1 colon A100 you will write. This is the way, this is the easiest way, right? So that is the difference between using formula and functions. Okay, so we have various functions for various requirements. Okay, so we will see all the functions together first. So now you know how to copy the formula. In the previous video only I told you about cell referencing. So what cell referencing we are going to use? We are going to use the autofill feature and fill the formulas to the other cells also, because we are going to copy the same formula to other cells. So what is this referencing called? This is called relative cell referencing. Just use the autofill handle and copy the formula for the other cells also. This we call it as relative cell referencing. Hope you all remember this. Okay. So now let's see other more built-in functions which is available in the Excel. Now see here, what are the functions? We already saw about sum function. What are the other functions available? Average, max, min, maximum to find the maximum maximum value, minimum to find the minimum value, count to count the number of values, and we'll see the difference between count and count A. Both will be used for counting only, but there is a difference. I will show you when I explain the particular function. Next will be today, to know about today's date. Okay, now for combination of both to date and time, to round the particular value. Okay, to round it to number of decimals, or you wanted to round it to the whole number, or you wanted to have only one particular decimal number, two decimal numbers. So for that, rounding function will be used. Okay, let's see one by one what are these functions, how it is useful. Now go to the mark sheet itself. So now here I am going to find the average of these students. Now you found already the total. You're going to find the average and find the percentage. How will you find the average? How many subjects are there? There are 3 subjects. So you know the total. Total divided by 3. Right? That is the way you have to find the average, right? So C equal to average of, what you should do? You should write from where to where you wanted to find the average, from C3. That way also you can write C3 to E3. What I said previously, I said total divided by number of subjects. What is that one? That is the formula. We can use the formula and function over here. So total is what? F3. F3 divided by 3. This is the formula. But what does average does? Directly you can say find the average of from this number to this number. That's all easy. So what you can say? Average function you can use and click on it from C3 to E3 and press enter key. This way also you can find the average. Same way, use click on the particular cell, go to the right side corner, bottom corner, so you will see the plus symbol, that is autofill handle. Click the leftmost button and drag it and copy the formula to the other cells. Okay. Now we have to find out the maximum marks, minimum marks of the particular students. So you can find it this way also. You can find the maximum of particular subjects or from the maximum of total also you can find out. So you wanted to find the maximum total among these totals of 5 students. So how will you find out? Same way, go to the formula bar, click on the particular cell where you want the answer, go to the formula bar and write the formula equal to max of, from which cell to which cell? F3 to F7. F3 to F7. So F3 colon F7 you will write. Enter. Now you got the maximum total here. Same way we can find the minimum also. Just write to the formula bar min minimum of same F3 to F7. F3 colon F7. So you found out the minimum marks also. Okay. Now let's display the today's date and now let's see what is the difference between today and now. So for example, equal to today of, what happens? It displays only today's date. Now what it will do? Now function will do, it will display both date and time. Date and time. Can you see the time? Okay. And now let's go to the next function, that is round function. So now can you see the average here? It is showing 79.666667. I wanted to show, I can show only, if you wanted to show only the decimal number, round it to whole number, or if I wanted to show only one decimal number or two decimal number, that can also be possible. How will I do it? I have to go and click on the particular cell and use a round function equal to round of, okay, can you see this number comma number of digits? That means number is what? Average of C3 is to E3 is the formula already have written, that is a number. Comma. So I wanted 2 decimal numbers. What I will do? I have to write comma 2 and enter. That means only 2 decimal numbers. If you don't want any decimal numbers, if you want to display the whole numbers, just you say comma 0 and enter. So it will round it to the whole number. Or if you wanted to display only one decimal number, that can also be possible. Comma write 1. Okay, so you have to copy the same to the other values also. Understood? Average function and round function. Okay. So now we are going to see count and count A. What is the difference between count and count A? Okay. Now let's see. I have written 1, 2, A, 3, 4, 5, 5, B, and nothing is there in between B9. So what is that I have written? I have taken from B1 to B9 as the range. So I have used count function. What it does, see, B1 to B9. How many it shows? How many actually from B1 to B9? 9 columns are there. 9 cells are there. Okay, but it is showing only 6 count. What is that? What it does actually? It is counting only numbers. Okay, it is not counting the blank cells and the text also. What is count A will do? Same range I'm taking for count A also, from B1 to B9. What is happening actually from 1 to 9? It is actually 9 cells are there, but it is showing only 8. That means it is counting numbers and also the text, but it is not counting the blank cells. Both will not count blank cells, but count will count only the numbers. Count A will count both numbers and also text. So that is the difference between these two. Understood the different types of functions, children? Okay. Now let's move to the next topic, common errors in formulas. Okay. So now let's see the errors here. So the errors here. See, this is the values, two values I have taken. And this is the answer for that values. What I did actually, I am multiplying C3 and D3. That is the formula written here. Why it is showing so many hashtags here? Because the column is not wide enough to accommodate the number. That is the answer. If your column is your cell, if your particular cell is not wide enough to display the answer, it will show you multiple hashtags. Okay, so what you have to do, you just increase the column size to know the answer, because it is a very big number. That is why it is showing in this way. Next will be next one. So I have given A in the first cell and written 1 in the second cell. What is what I am doing actually? I am adding these two. Is it possible to add a number and a text? No. The formula contains invalid data, so it will show you this error hash value exclamatory mark. Okay, next one you see. What is that? What I've written? I've written in 5 in C5, 0 in D5. What I'm trying to do? I'm trying to divide a number by 0. So can you divide the number by 0? It is infinite, right? You cannot divide a number by 0. So that's why it's showing the error hash div by 0 exclamatory mark. The formula is trying to divide a number by 0. Next one will be no data referred in the formula is not available. It will show this error. Okay, now see, it is actually it is a function used like VLOOKUP. Okay, when you try to connect one spreadsheet to the other spreadsheet. For example, if you're trying to take the data from the other spreadsheet, you have to refer the correct cell address, right? If it is not, it will show you this error not applicable, not available. So Excel did not find what was searched, then you will get this error hashtag n by a. Okay, that you will learn when you start using Excel in your future when you become adult. Next will be hashtag reference, that is ref exclamatory mark. The formula refers to a cell that is invalid. Now listen, let's go to the mark sheet only again. You know how to find the sum using the sum function or using the auto sum feature you are doing. What is the other way to do is, we can add it this way also. Sum of, using the same sum function, we can add it this way also. C3 comma D3 comma E3. I know this is not the good way, but I'm telling you for the reference. You have added. Okay, but when the reference is not available, then the error will come, I said. For example, I'm removing the mark 2 itself from here, deleting the particular column itself. What happens? It doesn't refer to the particular thing because I have referred C3 comma D3 comma E3. Now this E3 is not available, so it is showing hash reference exclamatory mark. So that is the way it shows the error. Okay, children, understood this one? Okay. Now let's move to the sorting data in Excel. Next topic will be what? So now we understood what are the functions, different types of functions, how to use those functions, what are the common errors of in Excel, how to rectify it. Now let's move to the sorting data in Excel. Sorting means what you all know, arranging in some order. What are the orders you know? Ascending order or descending order? Understood? So what should you do? You have to, for example, I have some set of numbers here. I wanted to sort these numbers. First I will select the particular cells which I wanted to sort. So I have to go to data tab and I have to go to sort and filter group. Can you see sort over here? See, can you see this arrow? A to Z, Z to A. That means it will arrange from smallest to largest. This will sort from largest to smallest. So I'm clicking from A. It will, can you see the change in the numbers? It is from A to Z. That means smallest to largest. Next will be largest to smallest. This way, this is for numbers. The same is possible for the text also. Okay, so I've written some alphabets here, some letters. So I wanted to arrange this in ascending or descending order. That means largest to smallest or smallest to largest. So first one A to Z for, okay, ascending order, Z to A for descending order. Okay, now you know it is only one particular data and you have arranged it. For example, now we have group of data. For example, take this mark sheet only. Okay, we have 5 students names and we are going to arrange these students in alphabetical order. We wanted to arrange it. So if you arrange only this particular data, for example, only this name, these are the names, first column will contain only names. If I arrange only this, for example, will the data be correct? If I arrange only this particular column, so Alia will be first always, but other B will go on top in the second one. But the marks will differ. Is it the correct way to arrange? No. So if you wanted to arrange this, arrange the names in alphabetical order, we have to arrange the whole set of data also. So for what should we do for that? We have to select the whole data. So already I told you how to select the data. Select the whole data, whole mark sheet of all the 5 students. Okay, so we are going to arrange this data. What you have to do? To go to data tab, sort and filter group, and you have to select this sort button. Can you see a small dialog box, sort dialog box here? So we are going to arrange it in a particular order. Which order? I want it alphabetical order. Okay, so for example, I'm using, can you see sort by? Okay, click on the name because I wanted to arrange according to the name value. Sort on what? Values only. Sort on which order? A to Z. Okay, so now say OK. Can you see the difference? My whole data has been changed. Now Control Z. If I'm select, for example, I'm selecting only this particular data and I'm going to sort and I'm saying sort. Can you see the warning over here? It is asking Microsoft Office Excel found data next to your selection. Since you have not selected this data, it will not be sorted. That means it is showing an error because you have selected only one particular column. If you change this data, the data will mismatch, it is saying. So if you wanted to continue with the current selection, you can continue, or you wanted to expand it, you have to click on this expand and sort. Now can you see it is expanded itself. It has been selected itself. Okay, together. Now if I wanted to, now you can do a selection in any of the ways, column A, B, C, D. So if I wanted to select according to the total, I wanted to arrange the data according to the total from largest to smallest. I can do that also. See, column F I am selecting the values from which I wanted to see from largest to smallest. I wanted to see the who's the topper. So largest to smallest and say OK. So now can you see? It is arranged according to the total values, or if you wanted to arrange according to particular subject also is possible, according to the particular subject. For example, according to mark 1, if you wanted to arrange, it is also possible. So click on, see it is asking to expand the selection. Yes, expand it. So which value I want to do? Mark 1. Mark 1 is in column C. Values from largest to smallest. See, according to mark 1, your data has been arranged. So this is called sorting. Understood, children, clearly? Now in the next chapter also we are going to see some advanced features of Microsoft Excel. Hope you are clear with this first chapter, formulae and functions in Microsoft Excel, children. We'll see in the next video. Thank you, children.